and you wonder why you're always out of balance. Look, you're never going to be in balance, but it's time to let go of some things that don't serve you. And you know what I'm talking about.
Didn't even get to cross.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Momentum Monday. My name is Steve Holbrook, and I am fired up to be here today. Today's topic is this: get more done. 5 life hacks to increasing your capacity as an elite performer. To increasing your capacity as an elite performer. What do I mean by capacity? Well, I mean this. Capacity describes your ability to do something, or the amount you can handle before you stop or you slow down. So basically, think of it like this. Increasing your capacity is the antidote to your start, stop cycle problem. I'm not sure if you've ever had that problem, but it happens to me quite often. And there's a formula that I want to talk about to help you get through it. But before I share that, I need to say this. Can we please stop telling ourselves that we're so busy? I mean, as we're saying it, it almost cheapens us, because as we're telling people that we're so busy, it's almost like we're making excuses for the other areas of our life that may not be where it needs to be, like our fitness or our relationship or our finances or the amount of money that we're making. I mean, look, when somebody says it, it flat out cheapens them. It just makes it sound like nobody else is busy. Here's my philosophy. You're either operating at full capacity and max efficiency, or you're not. You're either operating at full capacity and max efficiency, or you're not. That's it. Busy people don't inspire me. Efficient people operating at max capacity for their level inspire me. And I say for their level because I feel like everybody has an opportunity to level up with the capacity they can handle. I think that as you graduate from level to level to level, you can handle bigger things. You know, Dean Graziosi said this. He said, look, you need bigger problems. As your problems get bigger, your capacity to handle those problems should be increasing, because it's a learned skill and you can learn it. And you guys are in luck today, because I'm about to give you the good stuff. So let's break it down. Okay, let's break it down. Let's keep it super simple. If you want to go faster, you need less friction. Less friction allows for more efficiency. There are companies that pay hundreds of millions of dollars to reduce friction to create more efficiency. The other thing I want to talk about, balance is about getting rid of things, not adding things, which means it's time to let go of the things that you're doing that are not in line with your purpose. You want to speed up. You want to handle more things. You want to feel more efficient, but you're hanging on to these habits or these things that only you know about, and you just won't let them go. And you wonder why you're always out of balance. Look, you're never going to be in balance, but it's time to let go of some things that don't serve you. And you know what I'm talking about. We all have 24 hours in a day. Last time I checked, we all have 24 hours in a day. So why are some people winning at an extremely high level? Why is that? Because winners have the ability to accomplish more with less. And then when they take that less and they apply the gas, they start lapping people in their life, and everybody wonders what happened. They think it's an overnight success. It's a 15, 20-year overnight success. They were just handling more often, and eventually, guess what happened? Boom, the tidal wave hit. Okay, let's get into it. Get more done. 5 life hacks to increasing your capacity as an elite performer. Number one, set short-term and long-term goals at the same time. Let me explain. I'm always focused on my 12-week plan. I believe that we should have a 90-day game plan. It keeps us present. It keeps us in the moment. We can focus on it day to day. But then I also have a 12 to 18 and sometimes 3-year plan. And I'm thinking about both. I got one eye on the long term, one eye on the short term. Let me explain. When things are going really well in my business, when things are going really well in my life, like my health is good, my mindset's good, I'm making a lot of money, in those moments, I'm really focusing on my 12-week plan. Why? Because it feels good to be present in that moment. On the flip side, when my best guy is quitting and my health is acting up and my mindset is dropped and things are getting dark, that's when I flip to thinking about my 12-month, 18, 3-year plan. I think long-term when things today aren't doing so well. When I get sick or I start bleeding from my Crohn's or I start getting lethargic, I think, man, it's going to be so great in 3 years when? And I get clear on that. And then when things get good again in the moment, I get back into my 12-week plan. You know what that does? It eliminates the start, stop, because when you get down mentally, you stop doing what you did because you just see darkness and you start feeling sorry for yourself. But if you started thinking what it's going to be like when, and you had that long-term, one eye on long-term, what it does is you stay more efficient because you stay in the game longer. You don't take as many breaks mentally because you're in a mental funk. This is good stuff. This stuff works. I do it all the time. Number 2, everything goes in the calendar. Everything goes in the calendar, and you do everything in your calendar. Schedule everything. Write down tasks the night before. You should be pre-planning all of your tasks. It's super important. This is not rocket science. Guys, I'm especially talking to you. We can't do 20 things really well all at the same time. We put them in our calendar and we hammer them off one by one by one by one. It's super important. Your calendar should run your life. My calendar runs my life. Everything goes in it, and I do everything in it. It also makes me extremely efficient because I schedule everything, including my downtime, including my family time, including my church time. Everything's scheduled, so there's not a lot of white space. I don't find a lot of hours where I'm sitting there going, I wonder what I should do, or what did I actually do last hour? What did I actually do with this half a day? Why am I sitting in my kitchen at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday? I don't have any of those days ever. Not one in a year. Everything's accounted for. I'm at the office today, right, on a weekend when nobody's here because this was part of my schedule. I had family time this morning. I exhausted family time. I put some snaps about it, but you go follow me on Instagram at Holbrook's World, right? I had family time, but then I came here because it was in my schedule, and then I go home for family dinner. It's all according to plan. Your calendar should run your life. It's time to get serious about it. Number 3, delegate tasks. Delegate tasks. You need good systems, and you might need to hire some help. Look, at 23 years old, when I got into business, my first paycheck was $150 some odd dollars. You know what I did with that first paycheck? I spent $40, hired an assistant to do the paperwork. The administration side of your business is the dark side of your business. If you're listening to this, you might be one of those people that spend way too much time on the dark side of your business. Most people I see are spending way too much time in their business. They never have time to work on their business. And if you're doing paperwork, you're telling yourself that you're worth $20, $25 an hour to your business instead of you being out in the field or with the people where your time is worth $2,000 an hour. Don't spend time on the dark side. Hire it out. If you spend $20 an hour, it should return you $1,000 an hour if you're efficient. If you're increasing your capacity to get things done. That's why all this stuff kind of ties together. It's way worth it. It's way worth it to delegate tasks that you shouldn't be doing. Number 4, I love this one. I call it this: review, reset, refocus. Review, reset, refocus. When should you do this? Daily. Either at the end of every day or the beginning of every morning. It's super important that you review, you reset, you refocus. For sure, it should be done at the end of the week. And 110%, you should be doing this on a monthly basis. Look, an airplane is off course 99% of the time. It's just a series of course corrections throughout the entire flight. Every single day, I get off my plan. I get off of it. But you know when I get back on? In the morning. You know what most people do? They get off their plan January 4th. You know when they get back on it? January 1st the following year. It is so important to understand that your success is tied to your ability to course correct on the fly. You're getting off track every single day. Can you imagine if you just hopped in your car and your goal is to drive to a city in North America that you've never been to, and you were not going to use a map and you were not going to use any technology to do it? You just started driving? I mean, it would take you 50 years to get a place where it would normally take you 2 years. So it's super important that you understand that concept. And number 5, stop procrastinating. It's actually why you feel overwhelmed, because you've been procrastinating. Procrastination creates anxiety because all these things start building up. And it's time to actually do something about the procrastination issue. It's time to actually do something about it. If there's something you need help with, get help. It is killing you. It is killing you. You have to get started. You can't wait any longer. What else are you waiting for? The conditions in your life most likely are not getting any better. Now, there might be somebody listening to this where you're really challenged today with your health and maybe you can't get out of bed, or maybe, look, I'm praying for you. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about everybody listening who is able-bodied enough to get out of the house and start to pursue their dream. Stop letting your class graduate without you. Stop letting your class graduate without you. Get in the game. Stop procrastinating. Wow, I'm fired up. I could go for another 20 minutes on this topic, but I'm not going to. So I thank everybody for listening today. I have a bit of a chest cold today, so I was breathing a little shallow. I'm not actually out of breath. I appreciate you listening to the end. But look, if you liked what you saw today or you heard today, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please go rate me, review me on iTunes or Spotify, and share it on social media. I don't earn money off of this. I just take my leadership training. It's all free. I put it online. We're building a community at Holbrook's World. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We got a YouTube channel. So if you want to get a hold of me, you know where to get a hold of me. DM me, reach out. I appreciate everybody listening or watching. We'll see you soon.